Hey, what's going on everyone? Zach here finally, after being on a bit of a hiatus for the last 5-ish months. I hope everyone's been enjoying their Christmas/holiday break, because I sure as hell have not been, but I'll get to that in a second. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about like where I've been the last few months, as to what I've been doing and what I've been up to, where I've been. I mean, I haven't really been anywhere, but I might as well just talk about it anyway. Hoping to kind of shed some light as to what's been going on in general the last few months. Before I get into the video though, I just want to say that it feels great to finally be back recording and uploading and editing and stuff, because I kind of miss that feeling, So it's great to be back doing this again, and I hope that you guys are still here, because I know that because I've been gone, I'm sure that a lot of you guys already forgot about me, but don't worry, I'm still here. I'm still living and breathing. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into the video. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a few things that have been going on the last few months. Some good things, some not so good things. But don't worry about the not so good things, because they're not as bad as they might seem like. So the first bit of bad news that I have for you guys today is that right now, as I'm recording this, I have COVID. It's not a great feeling, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think at first that I would even get COVID to begin with, but it just sort of happened. As I'm recording this, today is December 29th, so it's been about 4 days now since Christmas. And just before Christmas, my mom was she got sick. It was the Wednesday before Christmas on the 22nd, and so she had been feeling sick, and it wasn't until Friday on Christmas Eve that she actually tested positive for COVID. And then me, thinking I can avoid getting COVID, thought that the best idea or the best thing to do would have been to quarantine myself, or not quarantine myself, was to isolate myself at my grandma's house. But then 2 days later, the day after Christmas, on Sunday the 26th, I tested positive. So what did I do? I went right back home. There really wasn't anything for me to do or anything else for me to do, so I just decided, I might as well just go home, because I tested positive anyway. And also to keep my grandma from getting sick, even though I'm pretty sure she got COVID. I think she got COVID before. I don't remember, but I don't think she's too worried about it right now, because if she did get COVID, then she's fine. If not, then she'll be testing herself, just making sure that she doesn't have any any COVID, or if she's not getting any symptoms or anything like that. So yeah, that was kind of a bad thing to happen. But the good news is that the symptoms that I have are only mild. Like, to me, it just feels like any regular cold. So I just have a bit of a stuffy nose. I've got a little bit of a sore throat, some coughing, some headaches. I think the headaches are probably the worst that I've ever felt, with any kind of sickness that I've had. But I mean, they are there. But hey, you know what? The symptoms could be worse. So for me, it's just mild symptoms. So you guys don't worry about it. I'll be fine. Just give me a few more days, and I'll be back to 100% in no time. The last time that I uploaded a video, I had a job at Target. So bad news number 2, I no longer work there. In a sense, I was let go. We'll just leave it at that. I'm not really gonna get into it right now, just because I really don't want to. But yeah, I worked at Target, then I was let go. The good news, however, is that within about a month of me leaving Target, I found a newer, better job at a certain company that I don't know if I should really talk about or not, but I mean, I guess for the sake of privacy, I shouldn't, but I'll leave you with this. I work for a certain tech company that has a fruit as its name/logo, and you're probably watching this video on one of those things right now. So yeah, I'm just keeping it kind of short and sweet on this one. If memory serves me right, I think in the first video that I uploaded, I mentioned something about the kind of content that I wanted to upload onto my YouTube channel. I mentioned probably that about 80 to 90% of the content that I uploaded would be racing/go-karting related content, while the rest of it would be either traveling or other random stuff. So I was going to experiment with some travel type vlogs this week during the Christmas holidays, but because of COVID, that wasn't happening. So bad news, I was supposed to go on a trip, but it's not happening thanks to COVID. The good news is that trip was kind of postponed to, I think, the end of June, first week of July, somewhere around that time. So while the trip was, while it was supposed to happen now this week, I'm actually supposed to be there right now. Today would have been the second day of my trip, but since that's not happening, then I don't and then I wasn't given the chance to actually try out any travel type vlogging. But you know, maybe sometime soon, if not, you know, for that trip in June, maybe an earlier trip or a sooner trip would give me that opportunity to try some travel vlogs and kind of experiment to see how it kind of works out, and then see if that's something that I would be putting on my channel much as often as I do go-karting stuff, or just kind of keep it strictly, or you know, not strictly, but for the most part go-karting. But I would love to kind of branch out into more, or to different types of vlogs, and travel being like the next biggest one, and then maybe some other random videos here and there, but definitely travel. So bad news, no trip. Good news, it's still happening, just a little bit later down the road, unfortunately. But it is what it is, you know. Thanks, COVID. Thanks. So do you remember how at the beginning of the video I mentioned how I was gone for about 5 months? Well, I'm gonna be on another little break for the next few weeks, and now it's not because of just me not really doing anything, or well, I mean, well, it kind of is that, huh? Well, anyway, I won't be uploading. That part is true. I won't be uploading for another few weeks, but that's just because any kind of go-karting content that I kind of wanted to upload. Right now, with the go-kart track kind of being not open for the next like couple weeks, there's no point in me trying to make a video over, you know, with something that just can't be done. There's a wasp flying around here, and I hope it doesn't come after me. So if you see me kind of like looking around, it's because I'm just trying to keep track of where that wasp went. Don't sting me. So yeah, as I was saying, the content still won't be coming back, you know, at a regular on a regular basis, because there's not much for me to do. So unfortunately, there is going to be another break for maybe 3-4 weeks minimum. But the good news is I do have, and I will be getting, new equipment that'll help with making these videos more interesting and more higher quality, I guess. So the first bit of equipment that I got is actually what I'm holding in my hand right now. So when I uploaded every video before this one, I had the Canon Rebel T7i. It's a small, compact DSLR camera in camera's sort of like lower range in terms of price and features, but it's still a great camera. But what I did was I upgraded, and it was a pretty big upgrade. So I went from a DSLR now to a mirrorless. However, I didn't just go for like an entry-level mirrorless. I went for almost top of the line kind of mirrorless. So if you know your cameras, then you'll know how significant this camera would be. I'm using now the Canon R5. It's a very expensive camera, and it has features that I feel like would be beneficial for the kinds of videos that I plan on uploading from here on out. You know, with the added bonus of this camera not only shooting 4K, it can also shoot 8K if I really needed 8K. The other big thing that I feel like I really needed out of a camera was slow motion. So this camera can shoot 4K at 120 frames per second, which when brought down to about either 24 or 30 frames per second gives you nice, clean, smooth slow-mo, and it looks absolutely incredible. So I can't wait to take advantage of the slow-mo when I'm out the go-kart track and taking videos of cars driving by. It's gonna look fantastic. I can't wait for that. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but I look forward to being able to test out this camera much more in the kind of environment that it should be tested in. You know what I mean? Now, another bit of equipment that I don't have at the moment, but I do plan on getting in the very near future, probably either this week or the week after, is to get the new GoPro Hero 10. Now, when I uploaded the last few videos, I had the Hero 4, so it's about a 6-year-old-ish camera. I got it back in 2014 or 2015. I want to say it was 2015. I got it for Christmas 2015. And back then the Hero 4 was the next big thing in GoPro, because it introduced a touchscreen LCD display. It introduced 4K at 15 frames per second nonetheless, but still 4K. But the new GoPro Hero 10 it seems like something that I would definitely want to utilize for go-karting. Not only does it have features like the what's it called, the smooth hyper smooth, I think that's what it's called, hyper smooth, or something along those lines, where it's super stabilized, that, and you have 4K 120, you have 5.3K at 60 FPS or whatever. I mean, it was a huge improvement over the Hero 9, which was kind of a lackluster of a GoPro, because it didn't have or it was just kind of had issues. It was kind of laggy and whatnot. But the Hero 10 does look promising, and that's something that I definitely need to upgrade. And then if I upgraded my camera, I might as well go ahead and upgrade my GoPro too. Now, this next bit of equipment has an asterisk by it, because this is something that I may or may not use all that much for go-karting, or just in general, but I feel like it's something that I could use for maybe travel related or more cinematic kind of shots, and that is to get a drone. I'm not sure what kind of drone I want to get yet. I want to get something that's probably something that's maybe cinematic, or can be used in a cinematic setting, but also for something that'll give me, like, you know, bird's eye view kind of shots for go-karting. But then again, like if I'm racing, I would need someone that knows how to pilot a drone to get shots of me. But if I'm the one just recording B-roll for a vlog, for example, then I also have to learn how to fly the drone. So I think what I'll do is maybe buy like a couple of smaller drones, cheaper drones, just to kind of get some practice in, and then whenever I feel ready, I'll probably go ahead and get myself an actual decent, you know, good quality drone that I could then use to practice just a little bit more, so that way I can feel much more comfortable flying, you know, bigger, more expensive kinds of drones. But again, that does have an asterisk by it, so it's not something that I will get. It's not on the top of my list. Definitely the GoPro is at the top of my list, but the drone is there more or less. But it is something that I am considering. But practicality, you know, that's kind of up in the air. So I think that'll just about do it for this video, guys. I just wanted to keep it kind of short and simple, because this was just more of a quick update kind of video. And I want to thank you guys for sticking around, not only till the end of this video, but sticking around between the last video and this video. I mean, I know with me being gone for the last few months, I'm sure you guys lost some hope that maybe the content was kind of done and over with. But don't worry, I'm still here. I'll still be making content. It's just that it's been kind of an inconvenience for me the last few months, but it's still very much coming. I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing, at least for now, unless COVID gets me. It's a joke, don't worry about that. Don't take that too seriously. Thank you guys once again for sticking around to the end of the video, and happy holidays. I hope everyone enjoys their Christmas break or their holiday break. I hope everyone has had a fun and fantastic holidays the last couple weeks, you know, with Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and Christmas. I hope everyone's just been enjoying themselves, spending it with family and loved ones, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. And oh, and also Happy New Year too, because by the time that this video comes up, it'll already be 2022, which I hope would be a much better, much more, or much less stressful year than what we've had in 2021 and also 2020. I feel like the last 2 years have been just something, you know? So I hope everyone has a much better 2022, and that each and every single one of you guys makes the best out of it. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.